Hello, dear friends. I had a dream in which everyone was speculating like crazy, preparing for the coming storm, because they saw the universal delash coming. The desire to hold was palpable in the atmosphere, to the cry of every man for himself. Everyone was in a hurry, as if there was no tomorrow. Following the motto, speculate, there is something left. If you stick to the end of the video, you will discover a very interesting spiritual message. Opinion piece. The party is ready. The message is matched. Do they want to destroy Bitcoin? Cryptocurrency apocalypse. First they build the bubble, and then they destroy it. Then they offer their global financial control solution. They want to replace it with central bank digital wallets. The new quantum internet would be ready by the end of December. Earth could spin on its axis if a major war were to occur. Markets begin to crash as stocks sell off. Earth's inhabitants are the most warlike and courageous in the universe. Let's start. I don't think they will succeed in imposing the Davos Grand Reset model, but what is clear is that they want to do a grand reset of cryptocurrencies, to destroy them and replace them with fully controlled central bank digital wallets. In other words, first they built the bubble, then they bust it, and then they will offer their wealth control solution. Whether they succeed is another matter, which I doubt. Plan to destroy Bitcoin and replace it with tightly controlled central bank digital wallets, according to Mike Adams. They are parsing a plan to destroy Bitcoin at the DeFi cryptocurrency ecosystem from within, and then replace it with central bank electronic currencies that they will claim would be safer because they are tightly regulated. This is part of an attempt to control the population through a system that they can track all the spending, seize funds from accounts in a matter of seconds, impose negative interest rates on your account holdings, and even loot for your digital funds through automatic taxation operations. We want to see a world where money is decentralized and no one can manipulate it. That's why we oppose the deceitful operators who are damaging the cryptocurrency ecosystem. We believe they are setting up a giant trap by building and then destroying a global crypto bubble that wipes out retail participants. They are accomplishing this through what appears to be the systemic counterfeiting of stable coins that are supposed to be backed by dollar deposits, but in really are not. If a clique wanted to take down cryptocurrencies, the most effective way to accomplish that task would be to infiltrate the cryptocurrency world and flood its digital money supply with a massive influx of counterfeit stable coins created out of thin air. Drive the crypto bubble into a bullish frenzy, make everyone able to buy, then pull the rug out from under the entire system with an engineered destruction of the crypto money supply, causing a widespread collapse of crypto asset prices. Excuse me. In short, we believe that the crypto ecosystem is being deliberately driven into a massive bubble to ensnare as many people as possible in order to maximize the psychological impact of the destruction of that bubble. It can easily be accomplished due to the highly leveraged status of the key crypto players, apparently including Tether, who are all vulnerable to self-reinforcing downward market action. Once the morale and faith of typical retail crypto investors is broken, then there is panic for the exits, and the entire crypto ecosystem turns into chaos. That's when we discover how insolvent the whole house of cards has become. And once it succeeds, you will see the almost instantaneous launch of trusted digital wallets from central banks. Their digital currencies are backed by gold and silver, as they have been buying gold supplies for years, perhaps in anticipation of precisely this kind of moment. Reflections. Inflation is crushing the middle class according to the Atlantis report. The middle class and the poor are being crushed by inflation. Unaffordable food and high health care costs, worker shortages and empty grocery store shelves. The cost of energy, food, transportation and other consumer goods has skyrocketed. Economic war on the horizon according to X22 report. Now is the time for people to take back the system. The supply chain problem has not gone away and remains a problem. Markets begin to crash as billionaires sell record amount of stocks. CEOs and corporate insiders have sold $69 billion worth of stock so far this year. That's a new all-time record, is 30% higher than last year. Usury or Usury by David Lifschalt. The monarchies of Europe were awakened by the system of usury that violated the divine teachings, whose source was the Bible. Deuteronomy 23:19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury unto thy brother. Usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. Usury is not only a sin, but it is a control mechanism. Thus it is explained in Proverbs 22:7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender. Golden Age. Golden Age of Gaia by Steve Biko. Time is up for the dark team. The Piscean era ends with the expulsion of darkness. The Aquarian Age will not admit it. In the explosion of light, that ascension implies the dark will find it difficult or impossible to continue. Once the decision has been made to go to soul level, the outcome follows quickly. Predictions about the future by Janine and Michelle Fielding. There would be no public announcements, as we have always been told for years. Instead, they are simply doing it. They feel that if they were to make the public announcements, it would be too much of a shock to many, and they don't want people to panic, as it would lower the collective consciousness and set us back even further. Location of the Lightworker by Archangel Michael. Strong lightworkers are found in areas that are very dark. Lightworkers that are of lower frequencies live in areas that have more light. Areas where there are many lightworkers tend to awaken faster than others, such as the USA. Areas that there are fewer lightworkers who tend to wake up more slowly, such as Canada. The Earth could spin on its axis if there is a war, according to Sananda. They are still working hard to start World War III. It is Mother Earth who is in charge of this precarious situation, and has told us that although she has set a date to turn around, she is watching the scenario on the border of Russia. Any move to begin using the military arsenal would result in her turning on her axis, Keep calm, but be sure to pray every day and ask for healing for Mother Earth. Alex Collier's Revelations. Highlights from Alex Collier contacting with the Andromedans. Elon Musk said the new quantum internet would be ready by the end of December. Regulation would also be in place by that time. That means they could now put the quantum financial system into action in primary banking, because it has been in secondary banking for a while now. Then they said by mid-December we would know where we were going. An anomalous event would start to trigger everything. Not only would the currency reset be shared, but the transfer of wealth. This event could change the world forever. What is currently happening is not a war against Russia or China. What we are seeing is white hats all over the world fighting the dark side. The bad guys are going crazy because the new system is successfully coming in. If you have been following the basket of currencies for the restart, Iraq was always going to be the first country to start, and then all the others would follow. This would end poverty and change the way the world works. The reason we are seeing it now is because we need to know that it was real, and that it has been all around us all this time. And now that we are getting out of our box, there is still some ugliness, but the future is bright. We are not going to be enslaved. We are not being invaded. Rather, we are becoming free. So the only bogeyman we have is the one we carry inside our fear. Listen to good music before go to bed at night. Listen to some comedy, anything that makes you laugh. That puts you in a good mood. Don't go to bed stressed and worried, because the future is bright. Unfolding events. Second message from the Galactic Federation of Light through Universal Channel about the unfolding events on Earth. There have been new slumps in the situation on your planet. The draconian entities were preparing to attack the community of light and eliminate the major chess players. We are closely monitoring the situation around Terra Crista and continuously deactivating any nuclear missiles launched from orbit or within the planet. The Orions attempted to infiltrate their new satellite, which carried the latest mind control technology, which could make a healthy person mentally ill. The Orions were captured and their satellite destroyed, and we also obtained more information about their future plans in exchange for not being stripped of their soul. We made sure that there are no major disruptions with the sentient process. The coalition is fighting draconians, reptilians, Orion, etc. in tunnels and in Antarctica. They received special equipment to help successfully eliminate the corrupt strays. This battle is right now in the final stage of cleanup. All technologies are to be launched immediately as soon as Earth is free of dark entities, as humankind needs to heal its physical body. We are together in this fight against the dark. The Milky Way and Mother Earth will be freed of corrupt souls. Pleiadian message. This is the most interesting. Hidden message from our galactic family transmitted by the Pleiadians through Angel Salud Trapias and published in English in the Crystal Mind Presents. We can say that the party is ready and the guests are many. I am Caligal, commander of a galactic ship. Much joy, much joy. I bring you only joy today. Joy that I can once again have a voice for you. We can say that the party is ready. The guests are many. There are millions because they are all of you. Unfortunately, we cannot launch balloons because it would not be good for Gaia, but we would love to launch many balloons to show our joy. We can say that we are cleaning our ships and preparing for the big day. It is not that we have clutter or keep our ships a bit disorganized, but you understand how nice it is to be safe for the big day. There are millions of us around your planet. It would be wonderful if we could all land at one time on the surface of the planet. It would be strange at first, but because of the energy of the dimension, it wouldn't be very easy for some of us. But I can tell you that it would be a very interesting experience for everybody. But that is not what will happen. We will not impose our presence all at once because it would cause unnecessary panic at this time. Let's say that firsthand we will show our ships, and that will be the motherships, but our smaller ships. The motherships will appear in your sky when the planet's frequency begins to effectively rise into the higher fourth dimensional range. Then we will be able to keep our ships undamaged in your skies. The appearance of our ships in the third dimension is not an easy thing for us. It requires a lot of energy, a lot of programming of our minds so that we can stay in this dimension. But some of us have been preparing for some time, and yes, we can descend to your planet and show off in physical form, so that you see who you are talking to. It's not intimidation for us to step onto the surface of your planet. It's not a manifestation of superiority, and it's not an invasion, but the purest proof of love and trust that we give to you. Of course, we will be very careful when we do this, because everything is also being prepared to spoil this great moment, to show the great mass of the planet that we wouldn't be benign. But we are in full control of the possible reactions that may happen on your planet. Physical contact. We will not come down unannounced. We will not come down without you being prepared. We are not naive, and it will be done gradually. First the operation, and after all the hype has passed, then yes, we will begin to approach, and some of you who already have direct contact with us will be invited to enter our ships, and then we will be sure of your trust in us, because much falsehood will be said and discussed that we are here to kill you, to invade, to annihilate the planet, to wipe out the human species. If we wanted to do that, we would have already done it more than 20 years ago, when it all really started. But here we are prepared for a peaceful and loving approach, to bring you our knowledge, our technology, our support for humankind. Do not think that we came there just to make up for the numbers we already have. We have already fought a lot, and we have already destroyed a lot, but our victory was already setting, and it already happened. So now we are moving on to the second phase, which is the total cleansing of the surface of your planet. From what? From what those who say we are always against everything, from those who enslaved and manipulated you. Then everyone will be removed from their place wherever they are. Many are huddled underground thinking we don't know they are there. They will be the first to be taken out, and none will stay because we know exactly where they are. And this whole cleansing will be documented, filmed, and then broadcast to all humankind. We don't know yet if we will broadcast it live or delayed, but this decision is not up to me. It is up to the commanders. We obey orders and we will do what we were ordered to do. We will do it while being so happy that our hearts shine brighter than ever with the expectation of the big day. We know that not everything will be wonderful, that we will have problems, but we are ready to deal with any kind of retaliation. As our great commander already said, our purity is you. So at no time will we expose you to anything. We would never do that. So by the time we land on your planet, we will be watching every movement around us from the sky. We think of your safety because it is ours and we know what we are doing. Humankind is about to take a very important step to recognize that it is not alone in the universe, to recognize that there are brothers and sisters throughout the universe, and that the vast majority of them are here in your skies, protecting and assisting you. The path of ascension is open, clean and flowery, and we wish to lead you there faster and faster, with our help as far as possible, as far as it is allowed. Joy and respect. I want to say you again that joy in our heart is immense, and we can also feel the same joy in some hearts. Unfortunately for many, a physical meeting will not be possible due to the distance from where we will be to where you live. But rest assured that we'll contact each one of you who has us in your heart with the greatest respect. Love will come with time. We understand that this feeling is created, developed and nurtured over time. So, first talk about friendship. I talk about friendship. We want to build a solid and deep friendship with you. And as time goes on, as we get to know each other better, then we can say that a great bond begins to sprout, and a great connection will be created between us. Our home and our planet will have open doors to welcome you always. It doesn't matter who you are, because we love humankind as a whole, and we love each one as a representative, because we have learned to emanate that feeling unconditionally, but we know that for you it takes a little walk between friendship, knowledge, coexistence, and then love appears, and it is okay. Right now, we just expect respect. If you respect us already, no matter how we are, this would already be a big step for humankind. We will not introduce ourselves to those who are humanoid, and everything will be done without exception. So we just ask for respect once again, because we may not have the same body, the same psyche, the same form as you, but we have consciousness and a soul just like you. And it is precisely because we have a consciousness and a soul that we are here, helping the human species on this beautiful planet. We want this planet to become a beautiful resort of the universe, with its wonders, its beauty, and its people, known in the universe as the most warrior, the strongest and bravest people in the cosmos, who decide to ascend together with your planet to prove that nothing is impossible. Just believe it. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.